All right, what's up, people? Yeah, so this video is gonna be a shout out to my dad. Today is his birthday, so y'all make sure y'all go on CowboyJoe 64s, aka JoeCool. Y'all make sure y'all go on the Facebook, tell him happy birthday. Y'all make sure y'all go on the YouTube page, Generation to Generation, Cowboys and Sports Talks. So GEN2GENCAST on YouTube, and subscribe and like and comment on the channel and tell him happy birthday. We're probably gonna go live later on, but y'all make sure y'all go tell him happy birthday. He don't like for his age to be out there, so I ain't gonna tell y'all how old he turned. But yeah, today his birthday, so y'all go out there. Y'all make sure y'all tell him happy birthday. Shout out to him. He really, our channel is really doing good. It's been something we wanted to do for a long time, and we with this Cowboys thing, we really, as far as I can remember, man. I mean, from childhood, I mean, it brought us together on Sundays and really just throughout the year. I mean, the Cowboys thing with us is like a religion. It's like something that we focus on year round. I just remember growing up. I remember when I first understood what football was like. Well, I always knew what it was, but I remember when I first got it, when I was watching the game, and when I understood what 4th and 1 means and what a touchdown meant. And I remember when I was watching the game and I was like, okay, if he just got 5 yards, then that means this should be 2nd and 5. I remember that day. I remember, Emmett, Dion and Troy, and I remember all of the glory days, being a 4th generation Cowboy fan. I have a good memory, so I'm old enough and young enough. I was young enough to remember, or old enough to remember when I was young, the good days, so to speak. And so that's kind of what I'm talking about today too. Jerry and Steven, I want to point out, see, I'm critical about Will McClay. I'm critical on Will McClay. You know what I'm saying? So Will McClay, his contract is supposed to be up after the draft. Now, that alone right there just lets you know that these GM openings, they're not trying to hire Will McClay. Because if they was, why would it wouldn't make sense for him to be it wouldn't make sense for his contract to end after the draft, unless I'm wrong on that. I mean, unless he can still get a GM job somewhere else after the draft. I'm not sure about that. But anyways, what they're having to do right now is they're having to scram right now, because they really intended on Mike McCarthy coming back, and they got a backup plan, and his name is Kellen Moore. Okay, and they got a backup plan for that, and his name is John Gruden. It would be so a breath of fresh air if they did the right thing and interviewed somebody like Aaron Glenn and interviewed somebody like Ben Johnson. That would be great, Even if they interviewed Liam Cohen, that would be cool. You know what I mean? So it's a few names out there. I like Chucky. I like John Gruden. My dad probably not the biggest John Gruden fan as far as being a coach, but I like John Gruden. I feel like he off his rocker a little bit. He kind of crazy, and that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody to come in and be crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's got skins on the wall, like Jerry and Steven like to say. He's familiar with the Joneses and how the organization is structured and what he got to deal with, and he's the type of coach that can deal with that. So Aaron Glenn is another one. Aaron Glenn, he played here. He's a Texas guy. So he know what time it is with the Joneses, and he's been part of the organization before, so he like family to them. So he also gonna bring some an offensive coordinator from Detroit who's been studying up under Ben Johnson quarterback coach. His name escapes me right now, but you know, if they were to interview those type of guys and hire one of them, that would be perfect. You know what I mean? Now, it's so many ways that they can mess this up. They can just go interview Kellen and hire Kellen, and that'll be it. And that'll be crazy. And for all those people that think that Kellen is just doing great because right now he got the Eagles soaring, flying high, that's not true. That's not true at all. You know what I'm saying? Kellen, the Eagles fan, they be looking at Kellen like, what the hell is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Still, he be making bonehead decisions. Now, he has grown as a play caller, but he still be making stupid decisions. He not no genius. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's too, you know, one thing I like to say is, you know, in order to grow, you got to get out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when I'm comfortable, that lets me know, like, you know, it gives me anxiety when I get too comfortable because it lets me know, like, man, something is off because I'm too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And nothing is easy. So, you know, in order to grow, you got to get out of your comfort zone. That's what I believe anyway. And so, hiring Kellen Moore would be easy, a comfort zone move. You know what I mean? Hiring a yes man for Jerry, hiring someone that don't care about the cap, hiring someone that don't care about free agents and all that, hiring someone that don't care about the money, because Kellen gonna take $3 million, $4 million, because he ain't never been in there. He probably make like $1 million right now. So for him to go from $1 million to making $4 million, that's like, you know, just imagine if somebody came to you right now and told you you could make 4 times your salary next year working for a great organization. You would do it, you know, just like that. So Kellen gonna do the same. But somebody like John Gruden or somebody like Ben Johnson or somebody like Mike McCarthy, they like $4 million. I'm not doing that. You know, that's the lowest. That'll be like the lowest in the league. So you know. So of course Jerry is gonna Steven and they're gonna go the cheaper route. They're gonna try to hire Kellen because they know he ain't gonna take no real money. So and they know they're gonna be able to do what they want to do, how they want to do it, and he not gonna say nothing. He gonna go with the flow. So hiring Kellen is the easy way out. And you know, as Cowboy fans, we can see the writing is on the wall. We know exactly what they're trying to do and what they intend to do. We know today, January 14th, my dad's birthday, we know that they want to hire Kellen Moore. We know this. You know, I seriously doubt they even interview Ben Johnson. We know this already. We know this. You know, just like we knew it was a very high chance probability that Mike McCarthy wasn't coming back because he wasn't going to take, you know, the cheap. And it's a task to work here up under these guys, Joneses, and they just don't know what they're doing, and it's so obvious. And no coaches wants to put up with that. And so, you know, places like New Orleans and you know, Chicago seem more attractive than the Cowboys because of them, because of Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and Will McClay, who I don't know why everybody think that he draft good. He don't. All of our good picks are slam dunk picks. CD, Micah, Trayvon. Every now and then we get a Dak, and every now and then we get a Deron Bland. But you know, we also get Mozzie's and Scoons and Bossman Fats and Jabril Coxes and Tristan Hills and Tacos and you know, we also trade 4th round picks for Mingos and Trey Lances, and so it's just like these guys they don't know what they doing. It's just like that is him. You know, the average fan with the way that technology has gone, the average fan can be a decent GM. I play Madden all the time, and on the game Madden, there's an option on my franchise for you to be the GM, and so it's not apples and oranges compared to really what a GM really do. You really have some of those same responsibilities. You can go on overthecap.com right now and Spotrac right now and look at the cap numbers. And you can do the cap. So the average fan right now can be better GMs than Will McClay, Steven, and Jared together. And that's a fact. We know that he was lying when he said we couldn't afford Derrick Henry, because we knew he was lying because we knew how much cap room they had. And also we knew that the Ravens had less cap room than we did, and they still signed him. So, and he's a cornerstone piece of their franchise right now. The reason why they're winning, many could say. So we know that the Cowboys, at this point, if they don't change, it's starting to look like sabotage. Like they don't care about winning. And that they're not trying to win. And that'll be sad. And, it sucks for the fans. But what has changed is that they're not going to be able to get away with that for long because of content creators like myself, my dad, Jeff Kavanaugh, a lot of the people. See, back in the day, it was the writers that did a lot of things and got things done. And, now it's the content creators. It's the YouTube world. It's the radio stations. It's the broadcast networks. So no one's gonna let them get go. No one's gonna let them keep continuing to fail like this and come out and lie and act like they're doing something good when they're not. They haven't won a second playoff game in 30 years, and if you were to ask them if they are successful right now, they would tell you yes, they have a successful football program, but they haven't had one in 30 years. They're delusional. They're lying. It's just like, my dad doesn't like to, well, I say they're lying. They're lying. They are lying. They think in their mind, and this is why he said that they not lying, because they really think in their mind that they have a successful franchise. They really think that. They really think that this is the way that you're supposed to run the cap. They really think that. And so it's just mind-boggling. Like Daryl Brooks says, it's mind-boggling. It's just mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling that these people have so many examples and so many smart people in the organization, and smart people that they could talk to, and they still fail over and over and over again. And the fix is so simple. You could easily turn this team around in one off season by drafting properly and using free agent properly and getting the right kind of coach. It's really simple. If I was running the organization, I could do it. I could do it. And if you were running the organization, you could do it too. It's super, super simple. It's not as hard as they make it seem. We watch teams do it all the time. Washington did it last year with Dan Quinn. Philly has tore their team down and rebuilt several times. Detroit just did it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams do it. They just start from scratch and rebuild and build up, and it doesn't take 5 years to do it. It just really just takes a couple years and they do it, or 1 year and they do it. The Giants are going to be good next year. And it's not going to take them 5 years to be better. They are going to be a quarterback away, especially when they draft Travis Hunter. Russell Wilson or somebody like that, or Sam Darnold go to the Giants. They're a good team now. They at least 500 team now. Okay, they better than we was this year, off top. So the Joneses are finna look up and they're gonna be outcasts because they have the number one fan base, the number one team in franchise in sports history, and as they're dead last on the winning side because they make stupid decisions over and over again, and blatant stubbornness when it comes to actually doing things the right way. They rather just the house burn down and they do things their way. And that's not going to last very long. And so, I'm going to wrap this up. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all make sure that y'all go shout out to my dad for his birthday today. So y'all make sure y'all do that. And I'll see y'all probably later on today. I'll probably post something. So y'all like, comment, and subscribe.